Juan's biggest strength is his work ethic. He's got a dog mentality when it comes to training.
Having Juana as our brother, being a boxer, is extremely motivational.
In boxing, it's like you have to master the one thing that you can do. You know, when I see him in the ring, I feel like I'm there with him. My name is Javon Walton. I'm a professional boxer, and this is No Days Off. My next fight is coming up, and for the ways that I'm prepping for that is in every way possible. You know, I don't care who's in the ring across from me. I'm gonna give my 100% while I'm in my gym, and I'm gonna push myself to make sure I'm better than everybody else around me, and so that I can succeed and get what I've been working towards.
My name is DJ Walton. I'm Juana's father and boxing coach.
You know, we know we're gonna step in there with somebody that has experience, probably a lot older than Juana, 28 plus, sometimes 32. So these are grown men stepping in there with an 18-year-old. So we'll break down their opponent and really focus on their strengths, their weaknesses, identify where we think we can have a good impact, and put a game plan together based on their previous fights.
God, I think the love for boxing really came from young age, punching couch pillows, watching boxing on the TV with my dad. He'd always have fights on, and it was something that like I just would always tune in and watch him, even from a very young age, like 2 and 3 years old, you know. And I realized at about 4 that that's what I wanted to do for the rest of my life.
I think when Juana expressed to me that he wanted to box, it was a happy moment for me. Like, it wasn't something that I really necessarily wanted for him, but the fact that he came to that on his own and wanted to pursue that, I was low-key kind of like excited about it.
The kid, just from like a very early age, had an incredible work ethic, and I think people started paying attention.
Boxing was my passion. Like, boxing has always been a massive love of mine. The thing I really tell all my kids is to pursue your passion like your life's on the line. So I don't tell none of my kids what they should do or who they should be, but when they are pursuing whatever they are, I want them to do it to be great, not to just be average.
The one thing I love most about having my dad as my trainer, I think, is, you know, there's no relationship like a father and son relationship, or even, you know, mom and son relationships. Parents can guide you and, you know, teach you everything you need to know. And I feel like my dad has done a really good job at that, and, you know, has really set me on that right path to be able to succeed.
Juana, you know, from a young age, was able to compete at a high level as an amateur, you know, was ranked 2nd in the nation for multiple years. And, you know, was able to balance that with his acting career, with gymnastics.
I think that gymnastics is such a great sport for just foundation in general.
The way your body is just absolutely shredded when you're doing gymnastics is, you know, 0 to none. There's nothing like it. And I mean, I would post on Instagram when I was little, and people used to think I was on like steroids. You know, acting and boxing, completely different things. You know what I mean? Like, they're both such different careers, but I will say the work ethic for both of them is very high. I almost had to prioritize one over the other for a period of time. And like, that put a lot of stress on me, because I feel like boxing is something I can kind of like, you know, fully take out my emotions on. So it's like, it was definitely stressful for me. And it's just a hard thing to balance, you know, when you do 2 careers that both take a lot of time and effort. How I reacted to the passing of Angus, it was definitely like a really hard thing for me and the cast. Angus was like, he was like an older brother when we were on set. Like, he always showed so much love, and like, that's something I really appreciated about him, you know. And he'd always check on everybody, you know, make sure that we're all in a good mental space, that we're all doing good. So it was, yeah, he had a very strong impact on my life for sure. At a young age, when I'm on set 11, 12 years old, like those aren't easy days. You know, it's stressful on your mental, and you gotta put in the hours. And then I guess same thing with boxing. You know what I mean? It's like the hours you gotta put in the gym to be successful in boxing is, you know, it's insane.
He really like strives for greatness, and that kind of sets a tone for us to try to be the best version of ourselves.
I've been able to kind of like slowly build to where I'm at now, you know, and kind of going back to what I was saying earlier, there's obviously a lot of growth left, but I've been able to kind of build slowly and have the right people to guide me along my journey. And I'm looking forward to, what the future holds as far as that as well.
Having Juana as our brother, being a boxer, is extremely motivational. We're all hard workers, and I think it just helps build and helps us all push each other.
I think no days off is a mentality. It's about attacking each day.
You don't always have to be motivated to do what you're doing, but if you're disciplined, you'll definitely be able to get through it.
Definition of no days off is don't take any days off. Stay in the gym working.